Peace, infinite waters, diving deep once again. We are here, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. How to stop burning bridges with people. Are you a hothead? Are you pissing everybody off right now? Put your hand up if you are. Whoa. And we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello? Someone wrote in to ask if I could talk about burning bridges with people. She goes on to say that she is like pissing everybody off. She's actually lost her job because of it. Friends, family, and she wants to know how to stop driving people out of her life. What is she doing? How can she stop burning bridges? Now, I've burnt a lot of bridges in my lifetime, but I've also created a lot as well. As a psychologist, as a counselor, but more so as someone who loves a cat down the road. Let me share with you what's helped me along my journey. Now, just imagine for 1 second, you're on a bridge. Okay, now there are certain people on that bridge which they're making you feel really uncomfortable and you want to burn it right away. You might see them as negative. They may be making you feel exasperated, tired, and they haven't even spoken yet. Goodness gracious. You want to burn this bridge. You want to cut all connection with them. Now, what helped me along my journey was to realize we need people. Nobody is an island and we can't do everything by ourselves. So you got to learn how to see the best in people and not the worst. Because if you're on that bridge and then you start thinking about just all the bad stuff about these people, yeah, chances are you're going to want to burn the bridge like right away. Not even going to think about it, just burn it. But if you can actually find what I do is one positive trait in every single person you meet, then you probably won't want to be in such a rush to burn a bridge with anybody. You can go your separate ways, but you don't have to put that energy there because it takes a lot of energy to burn bridges. It doesn't take any energy just to be yourself. Now, what happens when we're around a lot of people? What eyes are you looking at people with? Are you looking like everybody has a lot of flaws, or are you seeing that people are work in progress? Slow motion that side. I meet a lot of people every single day, and even diving deep, I have been collaborating with people since day one, and that's why this channel is just growing exponentially every single day. Millions of views here and there, because we're not burning bridges. I'm working with people who are doing the same work as me. I got a lot of people supporting me. You got to learn the value in people. And the only way to do that is to put away those eyes of just seeing the flaws in people. Look for one positive trait in someone, and that will help you stop burning a bridge. Now, the truth of the matter is, there are 3 types of bridges. And I'm going to explain why you may have to burn a certain bridge. Okay, what's the first bridge? This is what I call the freedom bridge. As a psychologist, a lot of people always ask me, should I burn bridges or should I keep them? Well, it's about identifying what kind of bridge you are on. So the freedom bridge, freedom is being you without permission. The freedom bridge is a bridge which is going to take you to where you need to be. You feel comfortable on that bridge. You can connect with people on that bridge. You can express yourself on that bridge, and it feels fantastic. A freedom bridge for me was 7-Day Vegan Challenge. You're not apologizing for who you are. I've been a vegan for over 11 years. I've been a vegan for over 11 years. I've been a vegan for over 11 years. Yeah. Hey, that's a freedom bridge. You say whatever you want. There's another kind of bridge, which is the bridge which will take you to where you don't want to go. And that's why a lot of people burn bridges, because they lead to nowhere. Slow motion. They lead to nowhere. Certain interactions we have with people, we realize we're not getting anything out of it, so it's time to end that relationship. Now, the third type of bridge you got to identify is what I call the challenge bridge. We meet certain people not by accident, but certain people that can influence us, inspire us, but also help us to work on our unresolved issues. If someone is making you extremely angry, chances are you got to work on your anger. They're there to help you evolve, to help you become your greatest version. We'll come to that later. Mirroring. Oftentimes, what we don't like in other people are unresolved issues we have within ourselves. What happens when you've got to choose between bridges? That's beautiful. That's like the best feeling in the world. Like, I stay on the freedom bridge as much as possible. If I'm on the bridge that leads nowhere, you got to realize there is no shame in burning bridges. But you've got to learn how to become detached from the emotions which will fill you with energy which does not serve you. Right? When you burn a bridge, which is a bridge that leads nowhere, maybe you're interacting with someone, a person not serving you, a place, a job, that's fine. But you got to learn how to become neutral within your own energetic space. Certain bridges lead nowhere. That is why we burn them. But what helped me along my journey was to say, if I'm going to burn a bridge, okay, it's going to take some energy to do that. But I've also got to say, okay, where's the replacement? Don't just burn a bridge if you're not going to build one. So you got to start building bridges which are going to serve you, but also take you to the next level. So every single day, how I do this on a very practical level is that even when I first started sharing with the world, I was connecting with people who are very heart-centered. That's why you see me doing videos with other YouTubers who are, their channels are also growing because we started out doing this together. So that's what you call building a healthy bridge. We're on the same team, working on the same mission. And that's the power of building a healthy bridge. But you see, growing up, I didn't have it easy, just like you. Probably didn't have it easy either, right? There are a lot of distractions, a lot of people coming from here, coming from there. And it's tough because certain times we got to burn bridges to protect our mental health because they're going to drive us crazy. Like certain people we hang around, yeah, we will become crazy. Well, we'll lose focus. So you got to ask yourself, do the benefits outweigh the consequences? In my case, I used to hang around with a lot of people. Sometimes we would go to the club and it was great, and I would come home late. All of these things were great, but at the same time, this lifestyle, if I had stayed there, I wouldn't be able to travel to any single country I want in the world, eat at any restaurant I want. No, because once again, I would have been dragged down like crabs in a bucket. To go to the next level, you got to realize you become like the people you surround yourself with most often. Your vibe attracts your tribe. Successful people surround themselves with other successful people. That is why they are successful. You got to start surrounding yourself with people who are on the same level as you, or people who you aspire to be like. That's how it works. Now, foolish pride has everything to do with deciding whether or not to burn a bridge. Foolish pride is like, okay, someone stepped on your toe. Ouch! Yeah, they didn't call you back. Oh no! And yeah, they didn't respond to your email. Oh no! They're a bad person. Someone isn't a vegan like me. Oh my gosh, they're terrible. Well, actually, no. You see, foolish pride traps us into the ego, which is based on separation, the greatest illusion ever created. And foolish pride is what often drives us to burn bridges. Certain times we say things, I wish I could take it back. Too late, you said it. We do things, I wish I could take it back. Too late, you done it. And they have consequences. But you gotta start to realize, where is this action coming from? In many times and scenarios, it's coming from what I call foolish pride, because you feel separate from that which you are interacting with. So to stop burning bridges with people doesn't mean you have to worship them, doesn't mean you have to people please them, but it's about creating a more successful environment for yourself, to realize that you got to check yourself. You got to start looking within to say, okay, do I have a lot of ego right now? I've had a lot of ego, and I still do. And it's okay. Once again, you are allowed to have a big ego. And there's nothing wrong with that. You are allowed sometimes to even have a lot of foolish pride. But there are consequences. There are consequences because sometimes you might push away people that could help you get to the next level. You don't want to burn bridges with people that make your food. Beautiful avocados and ravioli and brown rice dishes. You don't want to burn bridges with someone in a restaurant that's just about to make your food. I don't like you. Okay, here's your food. Whoa. You don't want to burn bridges with a post office. Where did my mail go? And you don't want to burn bridges with your neighbors. Now, you don't have to like them all, but you want to free yourself once again by learning how to play your part, which is you've got to learn to work on yourself. You don't have to always be a sheep to everybody. No, you don't have to do that. You can still be yourself, but you got to realize when you burn a bridge, you shouldn't have to think about that other person. But you see, a lot of us do. Because we're not sure. But more so, that person now is not serving us, even though we have supposedly burned the bridge. So you got to learn how to work on yourself. I'll give you an example. I'm in Venice one day, and this was years ago. a guy was shouting at me. Venice, California. He was shouting at me. I was skating and he said, "You da 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 da." Because I don't know, what was he doing? He was like embarrassing me in front of lots of people watching. And I was wearing my favorite shirt as well. And I had just eaten some acai as well for the 7-day vegan challenge. I'm like, don't do this to me. Not in my best clothes, like maybe in something else. No, he was just shouting at me, saying, "Get out of the skate park." And I was calm. Breathing in the good ass prana, baby. But I was also quite furious. But I just said, okay, I'm just going to burn the bridge right here. I don't need to talk to this guy anymore. I just went my own way. He went his own way. And that was that. Now, a few weeks ago, this same guy came up to me. This was years after. I said, "What?" He said, "Yeah, I remember when I shouted at you for no reason. I'm sorry about that. I was going through a troubling time in my life." He was a drug addict. And that's what he told me. And he had a lot to deal with and he just took it out on me. So he had mastered the art of reversing karma, because once I understood his story, I realized, okay, we can come to a amicable friendship right now, right? This bridge we can resurrect. That's how to reverse karma. Certain times we say things to somebody, but you always get a second chance. That's how to stop burning bridges, just like that guy. If you do something, you can reverse the karma by letting go of your foolish pride and saying, "Hey, yeah, I screwed up. Let's go and have a drink of pineapple juice. You don't want to do that? Mango juice. That's better. Let's go for it." Right? You got to realize how short your life is, and is it worth holding on to a grudge? I don't have any grudges. For me, life is fantastic. We're inspiring millions. We're creating abundance daily. I'm only working and focusing on people who are on the same mission as me to help other people become their greatest version. I've been doing that for a long time, and that's why the results speak for themselves. The numbers don't lie. Have a beautiful day. We're here. Infinite waters, diving deep once again. Stay well. Stay healthy. Peace.